Yeah. Look at that, right there. Check out that fatty. All right, guys. You pick one. Make a good choice. Some spinners. Some jigs. A tube? All right, that's a good choice. We'll go with that tube. Thank you. Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure. Hey guys, I'm happy you're hanging out with me today, and if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all the support. So I fished this spot one other time and did so. Not really that great. So I've been kind of hanging out here, and today to see if I'm gonna hang out here today and see what I can catch and hopefully get things sorted out here. There's all kinds of stuff in here, smallmouth, trout, different kinds of shiners, chubs, white suckers. So I'm gonna be throwing different things in here and hopefully we'll get something. And I've got my usual setups today. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, I don't know what it is. I must have had one heck of a storm to have all these trees down. So I can't even get down to, well, I mean, I guess I could get into the rapids there. I'm gonna fish this stretch first. The thing is, I'm not too keen about standing under a down tree, you know? But we're gonna throw the tube. That was a good choice by you. And we'll see what we get. So looks just like a little crayfish. Should be able to catch something on this. The key with this is let the current take it, but have your rod tip up. That way you can guide it through. And it's okay to let it fall and bounce along from time to time. It just depends on how you rig it. There was a little jumper right there. The problem is those rocks are tough to negotiate. Yeah, so sometimes you just got to let it bounce along or jerk it through. They'll see it. Remember, their eyes are designed to really spot things moving that they want to eat. All right, guys, I think we're hooked up. We are hooked up. Ah, check it out. A chub on a single hook. Oh, it's a shiner. Shiner or a chub, maybe? Let me take a look at this. Looks like a shiner on a single hook. Thunderbug by Mepps. All right, so we got one. For a minute, I thought it was like a little trout. Oh, that was just a rock. I thought I had one. Yeah, using the single hooks, guys, works out pretty well. If you ever think about that, go for it. You think, you know, the trebles. I mean, I love using the trebles, but the single hook will work well too. So I keep seeing fish jumping, hitting the surface. I'm thinking they're trout, smallmouth, or maybe it's those shiners or chubs, whatever that was. All right, guys, we're hooked up. Check it out, it's a big shiner. Hit on this. There he goes. Just throwing the woolly booger, size 0. I don't think the hat cam picked that up, but I got a little split shot about 14 inches up. There we go. Just ringing that through there, and boy, hit that sucker. Single hook too. Felt the thump down there. So we'll keep throwing this, and then here in a few minutes I'm gonna take off and maybe go check out another spot. Not on the river, but at another place I like to fish. But if you do know what those fish were, drop a comment below. To me, they look like shiners or chubs. There may be something else. But if you know that, just drop a comment in there and let me know. I'd appreciate that. All right, guys, we're hooked up. Jeez Louise, check this out. It's a shiner. They have different kinds of shiners up here. Common shiners, Topeka Shiner. Wow, that was like instant. Nothing on that pass. Smallmouth will hit a nightcrawler, so will a trout. Just gotta watch those rocks. What do we got here? Wow, another shiner. The shiner game is strong here. All right, guys, we're hooked up again, just on the nightcrawler. What do we have here? Oh, it's a little bit bigger. This is big mouth shiner. That's pretty cool. There he goes. Check out that fatty. There he goes, self-release. I need to sharpen this hook a little bit. So I hadn't been able to tempt a smallmouth to come up and hit it or anything else. So we'll keep trying. All right, guys, it's clouding up. Still fishing this spot, just throwing a little spinner. Little Mepps Spinner. It's kind of like a little frog pattern on there, little bluegill kind of pattern. It's kind of cool. It's a size 2. Guy just put in his kayak and he's already around the bend down there. All right, guys, I'm hooked up on something on the spinner. Oh, he's bleeding a little bit. Check it out, guys. It's a nice trout on the upper Iowa. Wow. I was going for smallmouth. Wow, guys. I was surprised by that. I was going for smallmouth and picked up that guy. That was awesome. I'm very surprised. Well, I guess I shouldn't. The DNR and some of the fishing reports talk about how the upper Iowa can have trout. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun, guys. That's a nice rainbow. Just throwing the spinner out there, and I could see structure down in and around there. And boom. Maybe that's what those thumps were that I was feeling over there. It's good stuff, guys. Oh, one came up right here as I was reeling it in, but I think that's one of those wacky shiners I've been catching. All right, guys, on to the next spot. May come back here, but there's a little spot down the road I want to check out, see how that goes. All right, guys, just throwing the Thunderbug. Oh, it's a great lure. I love throwing this lure. It's just phenomenal. Picks them up. They work for not just trout, but for smallmouth, really for anything. You know, the one thing is, guys, I was thinking about it here, that I think that Topeka Shiner is not just rare, but it may be endangered. I'll have to do some research on it. I've never caught one before, but if I recall, that's one of the types here. My DNR buddy, Michael, or Mike Seipker, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. I'll have to check with him and see what he thinks. He's a biologist for the, I guess, the Decorah area. I met him one time when I was trout fishing. He gave me a bunch of maps and gave me some pointers and tips, and not just for trout, but for like walleye, smallmouth. So he was really helpful. I keep in touch with him once in a while, let him know how fishing's going. But I'll check with him, but that very well could have been a Topeka Shiner. I just have to look at it and do some research and see. Go to the Iowa DNR website. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Especially if they're flourishing here. I never would have expected to find something like that. Now it could be just a regular shiner, but and then to catch it on a lure, that's pretty neat. Well, nothing on the thunderbug. I got a trout out of here. Now I want to try to get a smallmouth, and it is possible for them to coexist in the same stretch of river. Yeah, these lures are just excellent. These thunderbugs, anything from Mepps. But I came here looking for smallmouth, and wow, I was surprised I got a trout out of here. You never know. All right, guys, I'm gonna move down a little bit where I was before. Yep, this thing looks excellent in the water. But I got some different things I want to try. I want to try a little woolly booger again. Alright, let's switch it up a little bit. There's a very interesting color on a Mepps I want to use. Alright guys, here it is. I may have used this one before. I can't remember. I've been trying different stuff, but we're going to throw this one. If it's again, it's again. If not, oh well. Oh yeah, that thing is excellent in the water. There's a bit of a snag there. I thought it was a fish at first. I was thinking, oh yeah. So on this, the reel for this I'm using a Cast King Sharky 3, I believe. I know I had the 2, or maybe this is a 2. I don't know. I can't remember. But it's the only thing that isn't a lose that I use. Oh, wow, did you see that? A fish just jumped right in front of me. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. We've got some fish right in close. Oops. The thing is, they're in here, guys. It all comes down to the right bait. Alright guys, fish on. Looks like we got another one. I need my net for this guy. Let's see what it is. Is it a smallie? Oh, it's a nice brown. Check him out. Beautiful. On the Firetiger. Alright guys, for the measurement, gotta get it back in the water, got my hands wet. 16. There he goes, off and away. So that brown I got was my personal best, my PB for a brown, 16 inches. The biggest fish I ever caught was 20, and that was a rainbow trout here in Iowa. So that was amazing. And I've caught some sea trout, believe it or not, now on the Texas coast. That was a lot of fun. Well, I lost 2 Firetigers. Yeah, at first I thought I had a snag when I hooked that brown, because it was just like a brick. It wasn't moving. And then I was like cranking in, and all of a sudden I could feel it, the head shakes, you know, and then I knew I had him. Alright guys, back to throwing this little cool pattern. About to wrap it up. A couple more casts and then I gotta hit the road. It's just been a great stretch of fishing here. And to think I was coming in looking for smallmouth. Oh, you just never know with fishing. Too many snags on this side. I'm going to do one more through here, and then we'll move over to this other side. Oh, guys, I had a strike right there. And he came off, the head shake, everything. What the heck, why didn't he stick? All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for me for today. That was good stuff, guys. I had a lot of fun. So I caught my PB brown here. Nice rainbow. And the thing is, I came out looking for smallmouth and then adjusted on the fly to be able to make adjustments as needed. And my poor gimpy trout net actually came in handy. I had it up in the truck and just had to go up there and get it, but sure I'm happy I got my trout stamp for this year. Just so much fun to trout fish. And Iowa does an excellent job with its trout program. You know, it's for the whole family, you know, everybody can participate in it. And for an outer stater like me, I mean, this is perfect. So much fun. I've gone to the different hatcheries and fished in different places. And always had a great time. Excellent work that the DNR does. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Hey, drop a comment below what your PB trout is and what you caught them on. Or just in general, what do you use when you fish for trout? I know people use like power bait, I like spinners. Some people even use Velveeta cheese. They make a little ball with it. I've caught a bunch on night crawlers. Ooh! Guys, the fish just jumped there. Every once in a while I can see them come up. That was a good fish. They're in here. They're definitely in here. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. I'm going to get this untangled. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. Until next time, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.